My next guest is back in action coming up here at UFC Fight Night on February 6th. It is Ode Osbourne joining me here on the program for the very first time. Ode, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. How's it going with you?
It's going well. Happy to be talking to you, man. Really excited to see you back in action, like I mentioned. And it's been a bit. It'll be over a year before you step back in the cage. I know you were linked to a fight with Jerome Rivera on that January 30th card. Any idea why that fight didn't get rebooked, or what's sort of the reason for the layoff?
Well, that fight was originally scheduled for the 30th, so that whole fight card got scrapped, and everything just went kaboom after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you ever find out why? Because I know Jerome did end up fighting we fought last week, I should say. Did you ever know why, like, you didn't get that fight rebooked with him, or maybe they had another opponent in mind? Did you ever get a reason?
Well, yeah, it was scheduled to go to Abu Dhabi, and it was going to be I don't know if you know, but I work in a school and a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of other issues. So, I couldn't go over there to Abu Dhabi, and
of course, yeah.
So, he got that offer, and I stayed here, and then I kind of relied on my manager to put something else together, and the first fight's back in the States, February 6th, he was able to get me into, so I'm fortunate for that. No,
good for you, man. And I know some fighters would jump at whatever opportunity they get, but like you mentioned, you work in a school. It's all that quarantining time, the traveling, plus your coaches. I think a lot of people forget that, right? That you got to bring your coaches down with you too. They got to quarantine as well, so it's asking a lot, right?
A lot of, like I said, a lot of personal issues. I just couldn't get over there. So I'm just blessed, man, that I'm able to get this opportunity. That's all that matters right now.
No, for sure. Even prior to that fight, like, when would have been an ideal time for you to get back in there? Because I know, like I said, it's been over a year since we saw you compete.
I was ready, man. I was ready during COVID to fight. When the UFC announced that there were fighters that wanted to fight during COVID, put their name in the hat. I put my hand up, So, I don't know. I was waiting. Didn't get anything until now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good. Really good fight there. We'll talk about that in one sec, but I know the debut did not go as planned. What did you take away the most from that fight with Brian Kelleher that you're bringing into this fight?
I think Brian just wanted it more at the end of the day, and he capitalized on the good situation, man. It was a good fight. I got no excuses. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you win some, you lose some, man. He's a great guy, great fighter. That's just how the game is, like I said, man, that's just how the game is, man. Sometimes you get in there and you get caught up in some stuff, and the big takeaway was for me was that I guess I underestimated how good his guillotine was. You know what I mean? Because there was a couple times I could have really fought out of it and really give it my all, but I was like, I'm good. I'm not gonna expend my energy to because I have little burst energies that I can use. I got little like a video game where you got your combo, your burst combo.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I got little burst. I store away burst energies that I could, in emergency situations, I could just explode. And I was like, I don't want to waste it yet. I think I'm good. And all of a sudden, he just sunk it in. I didn't, I underestimated that. But like I said, that's how the game is, man. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, no, for sure. If we're talking like Street Fighter, right? If you were Ryu, you would keep that Hadouken ready, right? Type thing. Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're speaking the same language here. I know exactly what you're talking about there. That makes sense. Good video game analogy, by the way. I love it.
Thank you.
That's good. Let's talk about your opponent here. 14-2 record, Denys Bondar. I believe that's how you say it. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I don't know much about him. I was fortunate enough to get that call on my birthday, actually, January 9th. Was my birthday, and my manager,
happy belated, by the way.
Thank you. Shout out to my management team, Meridian Sports. They were able to get that matched up for me, and I don't know too much about him. I just watch a couple videos here and there. It wasn't too much to look at because a lot of the fights were either it was weird that they had a lot of fights weren't even in cages. They were in on a platform, and when they got taken down, they had to stand back up and stuff like that. So, I'd 2 fights that my coaches were broke down and stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to fighting him, man. I'm just looking forward to getting in there and showing what I got because I feel like I really didn't get a chance to be me and to give my output on my debut. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm hoping I get to really wow the crowd because I feel like nobody saw the Jamaican sensation. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I know what you mean. I mean, it was, yeah, you didn't get a chance to show off your skill set, so to speak, right? You didn't have enough time to do so. So this will sort of be an interesting fight for you in that regard. Training camp, who have been some of the training partners that have been helping you get ready for this fight? Who have been some of your main training partners?
Man, I would say pretty much everyone in my gym has been awesome. Montel Jackson, he's also in the UFC. You have Jamie Simmons, also in the UFC. Um, we had a couple up and comers like this guy named Javi Coronado.
Hmm.
You got Jordan Clark. You got there's just a great group of studs that are coming up throughout the gym that have really been prepping me. But I would say um, the people that prep me most are my coaches, and they've been really helping me prepare mentally with everything. My wrestling coach Ben Holmes, Solo, Zach, you know, but yeah, man, I've been able to. I think this camp it's weird. This camp I feel like I had started like 2 months ago for Jerome Rivera, then that fight it got scrapped, and so I kind of took a break, went home, and I thought, I kind of got nervous when I got this fight opportunity. Like, man, I took that 2 week break. Like, am I gonna be? Did that affect me? And I came back, and it was like I got even better after
Hmm.
taking that 2 week break. So it's like I just was able to like recharge, and I just like I came back and I just felt like a monster, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like damn, like
Like
I
getting the
needed that
mushroom
break
in
to tell
Mario
me.
Brothers, right? You feel like you
Yeah,
charged up a little bit.
that's
You leveled up.
that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I took that 2 week break, and my body. I learned. I actually, you know what? Sometimes some things happen by accident, and the things that happen by accident, you learn the most about yourself. And I learned that my body responds so well, and I've always known it, but that really proved how well my body responds to a break. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because there's no off season in fighting, and I think even coaches will kind of tend to want you to go. You always hear coaches saying, "Stay ready," so that you don't have to be ready. Stay ready, stay ready, stay ready, stay ready. You always hear coaches saying, "Stay ready, stay ready," but sometimes you can't always stay ready in that regard because you'll burn yourself out. So uh, periodization is key. Learning how to scale up and scale down at the right time, and I think the timing was just perfect. It was just like boom, it was perfect. And so, I've been working on a few. Me and my coaches have been working on a few things that hoping to not. I'm hoping to get this 50K bonus. We've been working on some stuff. So I'd say keep an eye on this fight. So working on a few tricks.
Love it.
That's me. If you ever watch my fights, I love to do some tricks.
Oh no, for
I
sure.
always
Yeah,
pick
it's always something new every fight, which is great. So
yeah, I pick one or two things to work on to throw into my combinations, and we drill and work it. So keep an eye on it. We're gonna work some stuff. Not looking past his skill set. I'm sure he seems like a decent opponent. I will say that I don't see a threat anywhere where typically I would say like for Kelleher, I'd say yeah we knew he had a good guillotine. We knew he had a good guillotine. I don't see a threat anywhere with this guy, so we're gonna set some stuff up. We're gonna catch him in a genjutsu. It's a little Naruto quote.
love it. Yeah. So how do you see this fight playing out? I mean, you sort of talked about it there a little bit, but how do you envision the fight unfolding?
Um, I think I don't know. When I say that, I mean I envision myself ending him, um, but I don't know how because we've worked so many ways to finish him. You know what I mean? So it all depends what he gives me. And again, anything can happen. None of the things can work. I can go in there and he gives me none of the things that we've been preparing for. But we've prepped to do everything, literally everything that we're gonna set him up to do, pretty much. So I'm hoping to capitalize off of the things that we hope he's gonna do. Let's just say that. I want to give too much. You know what I'm saying? I want to give too much. I'm just gonna say that I'm hoping to capitalize on a lot of things that we hope he revolts back to. And if he doesn't give me any of those things, then I'm just gonna take it myself. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see my fights. I like to get out there and get to work.
Before we go here, man, you kind of talked about it a little bit, but what does downtime look like outside of training? Are you a video game guy? You watching any Netflix? What would I find you doing?
It depends on the time of the year. It depends on how I'm feeling, my mood.
Okay. What about right now? What are you doing?
Right now I'm studying stock market. I'm studying the
good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, right now I'm studying the market, and I'm also, if I flip my screen around, I'm also at work right now,
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, downtime for me is giving my all to the kids. It's fishing, longboarding. It could be anything, man. Being outside with my friends. But like I said, right now, I have this notebook, and I'm really studying the stock market right now. Especially with our new government and everything. It's like everything's changing. So I've been studying it for a while. But I've been seeing a lot of changes, especially now. I know it's going to come because we have a new president, and the market's going to change a lot. So I've been trying to pay attention to that and trying to get some investments going. Trying to get a few business plans going with my wrestling coach. Open up a few businesses. So right now, downtime is prepping. It's planning.
It's the side hustle.
Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen in this fight. I can go out there. I can lose. I can anything. I'm confident in my abilities that won't happen. But it's planning for what I'm going to do in the event I win. What I mean? Because I think a lot of problem is that people get their fight money and they don't know what to do and they kind of just blow it. I want to be smart. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to not just earn money in fighting. I want to earn money outside of fighting in many ways, and I want to be able to teach the kids I work with to do the same thing and bring up all my people. You know what I'm saying?
Love it. All right, man. Well, we're looking forward to it. It's UFC Fight Night, February 6th. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, man. There is a little.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah, man. They got a whole clothing line. So they hooked me up with a bunch. It's called Elevate Fitness. They got a bunch of clothing lines. I want to thank them for hooking me up with that. I want to thank Iridium. I want to thank all my coaches. I want to thank pretty much everyone who's been helping me. And like I said, I'm at work right now, so my brain's like, yeah. So if I forget you, I apologize. My brain's just all over the place and doing like two things at once. But thank you as well for putting this interview together because with times like this, everything is different. Everything is different and everything is more difficult. And back to Iridium, man. Thank all the guys out there in Iridium, like Jason, Ed, Jacob, all those guys, man. Everybody plays a part, and that's what I love about Iridium Agency, man. They really make me feel like a professional athlete, like for real. Like they more so than all the. I've had managers before, and I didn't feel like a professional athlete. And they really take care of me, and I really appreciate them.